What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video by TrunkFreshQueen34, and happy Halloween! This is, actually no, I was gonna say this is the first Halloween video I've ever done, but I forgot last year I did Mummy costume Luigi and Ghost costume Guido. But this year, I thought about maybe doing something again for Halloween, and it just so happened that I have found Doug Crankel a few days ago, actually, at Walmart here in Canada, which was really awesome. The fact that Canada is now finally starting to get in some cases like case C and now case D, really great. I just wish it happened way earlier in the year. But yeah, I thought Doug Crankel would be a perfect fit for tonight because he is a zombie car, and not one without controversy. Controversy though, because yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of things to say about Doug Crankel. Also, it is very dark in here. I have the curtains open back there, more so than usual, just because I was trying to let as much light in as I can. I don't know why it's so dark. Obviously, it's darker outside, but the light bulb above me is just so dim. I hate it. But yeah, rant over. We'll be ranting again later, though, don't worry. Let's get right into the review. So, Doug Crankel, of course, new for 2023 as a part of Singles Case D. Yes, he's a single. If this were a few years ago, he absolutely would have been a deluxe, so it's pretty cool that they actually did squeeze him into a single package. Obviously from Cars on the Road there. And here's his artwork. It's so hard to tell with this absolutely terrible lighting. But he is painted green in this artwork, which is a very important thing to remember for later. And then, of course, as seen in Cars on the Road, we've got Kirsten Marshall, Royce Revsley, K-Pillar Derev, Griswold, Greebles, all of which I have reviewed. Actually, the Griswold video isn't out yet at the time I'm uploading this, but that will be out very soon. And then they put Doug himself on the back again for some reason. I don't know why they did that. But yeah, I will be right back with Doug opened up. Alright, here he is out of the package, and honestly, he's really cool. The only big gripe that I have is the obvious. He's not green like he's supposed to be. So in the B-movie episode of Cars on the Road, it's like a zombie movie, of course, and Doug is one of the actors. And his costume consists of the zombie brain, but also a green paint job, as well as like a kind of goofy expression to symbolize that he is fully transformed into a zombie. However, Mattel released him in this like generic gray color with the zombie brain instead, and it just looks not right. It is so frustrating. And the problem with this is it didn't just happen to the diecast, it also happened to the color changer and the mini racer. Now, the color changer kind of sheds some light on the situation a little bit, because in the color changer, he's depicted as gray in the artwork, whereas in the single package, he's shown as green. So what probably happened was Mattel got sent artwork of Doug in gray, and then they used that as reference to make the mini, the color changer, and the diecast. And then the show came out, and they got new artwork of Doug in green, and by that point, it was too late to switch it on the color changer for some reason. But they were able to switch it on the diecast packaging. But of course, everything was already like well into production, so they couldn't fix it at all on any of the actual merchandise, which sucks. I am really hoping these get corrected soon. I have a feeling the diecast will get corrected eventually, but the color changer and the mini racer I'm not very confident in, which just really sucks in my opinion. But let's try and actually look at him without that problem. Let's see how fun and how well made he actually is. So yeah, like I said, he is just kind of like a generic gray sedan model. I think this is a completely unique model. I don't think we've had something like this, at least released as a diecast. I'm sure this model appears in like Cars 3 or something. I think this is actually kind of close to Todd Crash from Cars 3, but I don't know for sure. I think this might be a little different. Honestly, not entirely sure. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments though. His expression is kind of weird. I don't really know how to describe this expression. He's just kind of looking with his mouth open. He's not happy, he's not sad, he's not angry. He's just kind of got his mouth open in like a frown. I guess maybe that's it. He's frowning. The artwork, actually, you know what? Admittedly, they did kind of match the artwork okay, now that I'm looking at it. But it definitely, the eyes should be a bit goofier to symbolize the zombie transformation. But I mean, aside from that, it looks okay, I guess. He has no decals, so Thailand didn't have to worry about botching any of those. These rims are like super generic though. They're just like basic gray rims. There's no like bolts in them or spokes or anything. Just have the rivet visible, or not the rivet, the axle, my bad, visible in the center. And yeah, on the back here, I'm gonna have to like focus, and then there we go. So yeah, no license plate. Huh. I don't think that's an error. I wouldn't be surprised if all of the Doug Crankles are like that. I don't know why. Like, really, Mattel? You just can't throw something on there? I guess, actually, you know what? Maybe in the context of the episode, since he's an actor in a movie, maybe they just take the license plates off for that? I don't know. I'm probably giving Mattel way too much credit, but yeah, he has no license plate, unfortunately. Even this part here, this like little emblem, or maybe this is just the handle for the trunk. I think that's what that is. It's not even like painted a different color, it's just gray as well. Interesting. And yeah, this side is pretty much the same. I did just notice that, I believe, yeah, he doesn't have a mouth plate, but he has like a bumper plate. And then this back end here, his back bumper is also a separate piece, which admittedly looks a little bit weird when you look at it like this, but that's more of a nitpick. I don't really care about that. So here's his zombie brain. I really like this, actually. I kind of thought it would be a bit squishier, but no, it is just hard plastic, which I guess makes sense. But yeah, they did a really good job of like having this like not realistic, but like super detailed looking brain, and then they painted it green, and the veins are like pink, and they're like super like pokey, I guess, rough, edgy. I'm not really sure what the word is, like up top here, which I really, really like. They actually are like a lighter pink at the top, and then they're like a darker pink at the bottom. So maybe this is like the infection starting here, and then it's like slowly making its way through. I really do like that. And then the sides, for some reason the sides have this like yellow tint to them. It's very, very faint, but it's there. And I don't really know why. Yeah. One thing I don't really like though is you can very obviously see this like crack down the middle of the brain, which is just I mean, I understand why it's there, but like maybe that could have been a little bit hidden more. I don't know. But yeah, the brain also is not removable, by the way. It's just on him. But yeah, that is pretty much it for Doug Crankel there. Honestly, not a whole lot to say. I mean, outside of the brain, he is pretty much just like a generic sedan, as I said a few times now. Like, honestly, you could take the brain off and you could make him like a Piston Cup race fan or something. That would honestly be kind of cool. But yeah, that is about it for Doug. Let me know in the comments your guys' thoughts on him, aside from the obvious he should be green. If I had to give like an honest review, I would say that they did a good job with the brain, of course, and I don't think the expression is that bad. But honestly, not being accurate in such a big way just kind of completely turns me off from this release. And there are some other nitpicks like the back bumper piece being visible or the brain kind of crack in the middle showing the two halves. That's also kind of a nitpick. But I think the color just really brings this down for me. I understand it wasn't really Mattel's fault because the artwork that Pixar sent wasn't right, but I don't know. I still wish that maybe they would have just canceled Doug and then tried again either later in the year or the next year. I think that just would have been a lot easier for everyone, but I don't know. I don't work at Mattel. What do I know? But yeah, also let me know how your guys' Halloween is going. I'm uploading this on Halloween night. So I'm probably not going to get a whole lot of comments because people might be out at parties and whatnot. Of course, if you are going out, be responsible, be safe, and yeah, hope you all have a great and wonderful Halloween. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all soon for another video. Bye now.